Right. So the idea goes something like this. Let's say Mr. Thomas decided to quit teaching and he decided to start a business. The business Mr. Thomas is doing is he is getting used iPhones and he is selling them to retailers. So he's getting them in bulk, importing them from, let's say, different countries, China or somewhere Asia. So he is getting used iPhones and he is selling them to retailers. So let's say you are buying, you have your own mobile shop and you are getting some iPhones from Mr. Thomas. So he has imported a large container. So it's a huge container carrying used iPhones, which are pretty much recent models. So some of them are really new, some of them are old. But somebody tells you Mr. Thomas is a shady guy, so don't trust him too much. Maybe all of those iPhones are not really worth the money that you're paying for. Now, you are paying Mr. Thomas a lot of money. But you can't go and check all the iPhones in that container. That's going to take you forever. So what can you do to make sure Mr. Thomas is not making that? You can take a sample, right? So a sample is something that your statistics will help you figure out if Mr. Thomas is actually a crook who is trying to get the most out of you, or maybe he is an okay guy. So what you do is you take a sample. Now, Mr. Thomas makes a claim. Yes, these are used iPhones. So Mr. Thomas claims that, well, maybe 15% of them are damaged. Only 15, okay? So he's not saying that all of them are working. These are all imported iPhones. So maybe 15% of them might be faulty. There might be something wrong. So that is his claim. 15% of them are damaged. But you want to make sure that if he is lying, or maybe it might be 15 or not. So what you would do, you would take a sample. How many iPhones do you want to pick? 100?
15.
Okay, let's just do 15. Okay, so you pick 15 iPhones. So you take the first one that is malfunctioning. That's number one. Take the second one, that is also malfunctioning. Take the third one, that is also malfunctioning. Now I want you to tell me at what point do you feel suspicious. So 3 is malfunctioning. 4, that is also malfunctioning. 5 is okay. 6 is okay. And let's say 8 out of the 15 are malfunctioning. Do you think that is okay? It's more than a half. Clearly it's more than a half. But it might be just that we took the sample from a corner of the container, or our sample was, we were just unlucky. So we don't know if this is normal or not. So his claim is only 15% of them are damaged, which means 85% of the phones should be healthy. Okay? We took a sample, and out of the sample, how many are healthy? No, we said only 7 are healthy. So in the sample that we took, only 7 out of 15 is healthy. So we want to know, is it normal in real life if you take a sample of 15 and if 7 out of 15 is only healthy, is it kind of going along with the claim that 85% are healthy? That is what we are trying to figure out. So we want to know, is this normal, or is this acceptable? Okay? That is the entire idea of hypothesis testing. You have a big theory, or you have a big claim or about a huge population. The population that we're talking about is a container full of used iPhones. Mr. Thomas claims that 85% of them are healthy, but we can't really go and check all the containers, all the iPhones in that container. So what do? We just take a sample, and based on the results of that sample, we verify if the claim made by the person is actually true or not. This is the entire idea of hypothesis testing. Are we okay with this? Yeah? So that should